This college football picks week 0 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WinBet. WinBet is now live in Colorado, Indiana, Michigan, New Jersey, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted parlays to in-game odds on every major sport, WinBet has what you need to win. Sign up today to receive a $500 risk-free sports bet. Download the WinBet app now or visit wynnbet.com and start winning today. We're also brought to you by PropSwap, America's #1 app to buy and sell sports bets. Use promo code SGP on your first deposit and receive up to $500 in bonus cash. That's PropSwap.com, promo code SGP. We're also brought to you by Pickswise. Pickswise is the #1 home of free sports betting picks. Visit Pickswise.com to make your next bet better. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with promo code SGPN and receive a free $25 entry to use in Best Ball Mania 2 for a chance to win $1 million. And of course, don't forget to download the SGPN app. SGPN is giving you a chance to win $100,000 NFL Week 1 exclusively on the SGPN app. Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Just here to talk college ball. Just here with my pal. Again, the theme that you're going to see a lot this season is you're going to see this face with another good-looking face, giving out stone cold winners.
Thunder, lightning.
Joining us in studio as always
that.
to talk college football, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
Man, there is a God, Sean. There is a God.
There is a God.
We're going straight to God, huh?
And you can thank the higher power for providing us with a handful of week 1 or week 0, college football games. We're taping this a little early, so not. There's a couple. I know Colby's pissed that we don't have a line for Alcorn State, North Carolina Central.
Damn right.
Maybe
Damn right.
Colby and I will do a 2.0 next week.
Yes.
Get that out there.
Yes.
You can knock that out, and I'm sure it will be covered on the college experience. Of course, Colby coming to the end of previewing every FBS program, 130 plus episodes, because there's 130 teams, but you got a 2.0. Will you hit a 3.0?
I'm down to do a 3.0. Who out there wants to come on the college experience and do a 3.0 for UTEP?
Are you done?
I am done.
You're done.
It is in the vault. It is all done. 130. Well, actually, like 130. I don't know, 4 something like that.
Colby Dant.
Yeah.
Dog. Patty C.
Dog.
Nick Dant.
Dog.
There you go. 3 dog salute for the college experience.
They said it couldn't be done.
They said it couldn't be done. Colby started by thanking God. I'm going to thank
Bronco Nagurski's God, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to thank my higher power here at SGPN. That's WinBet. God bless WinBet, providing the sponsorship, the presenting sponsorship of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, your home. The Sports Gambling Podcast, the college football experience, and what an experience it will be this season, especially if you're using that Win Betting app. Just go to wynnbet.com. Start winning right now. We're going to give you some winners, and WinBet, they're going to team up and give you a $500 risk-free sports bet. WinBet, that's right. Win Betting app, their boosted parlays, their in-game wagering. The fact that they're already live in multiple states. Let's go. Win big with WinBet. WYNN to WIN. Let's go.
Just watching the game tape. I've now seen it a couple times on the podcast where if you're watching youtube.com/sports gambling podcast, I'll see him reach over to turn his headphones down. That will then be followed up with him turning on some music for Reed and coming in jacked up.
Bringing the heat, bringing the volume. We got so much to get to. Obviously, we're going to hit on the week 0 college picks, even some college futures available on PrizePicks. We're going to give out a couple of those as well.
Have we said our 3 less miles yet to start the show? for good fortune.
Less miles.
Les Miles, the classic line. What did he get in trouble for LSU? He said I think they had a woman that he said, "Hey, look, you keep bringing these Monday morning women to these recruits. We need the blondes with the big tits and the hot asses, right?" And who knew he'd get fired for that, right?
He was a closer, and just so people know, we don't have the great fortune of fading Les Miles this year. But
did that surprise you at all, though?
No, but who did we replace in that seat? Did we all agree earlier on the preview series?
Oh my God,
Mick Locksley.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Mike Locksley.
What did I write? Oh, I wrote Mick.
And wait, who's he coaching?
Maryland.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mike Locksley.
Auto fade on Maryland. They unfortunately are not in the week 0.
No,
but we do have some
swarming up.
Yeah, we do have some Big Ten action. Before we get to that, this week's
SGPN presents Real Men of Degens. Real Men of Degens. We salute you.
John Amable. Yes, he is a ex Melrose Park cop who avoided prison and got home detention in mob connected sports gambling case. That's right. He was working as a cop and as a bookie. He defended himself in court saying, quote, "Not one person would stand before you and say I made them feel like a victim." Quote, "Most people just wanted more excitement in sports." As someone who wanted to wager on the Cubs, quote, "because they were going to the Cubs game." He was the second local police officer to be sentenced as part of the same overreaching federal crackdown on illegal sports bookmaking. We salute you.
I mean, if there were no issues with payment, I mean, honestly, it sounds like he was offering 2 great services to the people of wherever he was from.
How did he get caught?
No idea.
Who's the narc?
There's always a
Right?
rat.
And that, of course, was brought to you by PropSwap.com. Promo code SGP.
Had to be an ex-wife.
And you don't need to be betting illegally, especially in Illinois. It's legal in Illinois. You could just be buying and selling sports tickets on PropSwap. Instead, you're working with a cop who has a part-time job as a bookie.
Not sure I like this narrative. I mean, you shouldn't make people scared of the police because they're bookies. That's a good thing.
Right.
They're helping you maybe plan for retirement.
To protect and serve, and that it sounds like great customer service. But it is hilarious to get busted for illegal gambling in a state where it's legal. So we salute you.
So did someone not pay? What do you think? What do you think that story is? Ex-wife?
Oh
or
no,
like
100% either a woman or someone lost a bunch of money.
Yeah, either the wife of someone who lost a bunch of money or a guy who lost a bunch of money and instead of paying just decided to rat everyone out.
Not like the guy in The Sopranos who kept his mouth shut even as they were destroying his sporting goods store. All right.
What a great intro to the show. Let's go. Week 0.
Do I do this or do you do this, Sean?
You do it.
All right. I feel like I'm going to challenge that ruling.
All right.
Nebraska heads to Illinois.
No, I'll do it. Nebraska at Illinois. Nebraska laying 7. Total sitting at 55. It is in Champaign, Illinois. Colby, are we factoring in the Scott Frost news? Seems like the violation wasn't that big, but welcome to UAB at a good point. Maybe they're leaking this information because they want to get rid of Scott Frost or use it as a reason to get rid of Scott Frost.
I have a theory.
Where are we at here?
I would be shocked if that was the case. I mean, yes, traditionally that does happen. So welcome to UAB is right on that. But I mean, Trev Alberts, the new athletic director, I think played a year with Frost, and also they're both Tom Osborne, the old athletic director, not a few like 5 years ago, coached both. So I would be very shocked at that. Tom Osborne's still the mayor of Nebraska, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and
he calls the shots.
So I don't know what to make of it. I think it's probably just a pussy player that saw some guy on the field or
Was
they had
Trev
a workout.
Albert the horrible ESPN personality that used to work with the black dude from West Virginia?
The black dude from West Virginia,
the lineman, Mark May
from Pitt. He's from Pitt.
I'm sorry, from Pitt.
No, I think you're thinking of Craig James, right?
No, I think
Trev Alberts did work with ESPN for a little bit.
This guy, he's horrible.
Former Colts linebacker.
Anyway, my theory is that anything that gets leaked in college football is leaked on purpose at this point. Like there's nothing like clearly the NCAA isn't doing anything productive. Clearly there's no one doing anything productive in college. So any sort of leak job is either a coach trying to get a new contract or a team trying to get out of a coach.
But I also love the stories of oh man, they were doing these workouts when they weren't. Every damn team was doing this.
What's funny is this is the whole surprise me. I hired some consultants to run a practice. Shame on me. I like the game of football. I mean, honestly, is the team in on Frost still?
Yeah,
because I don't know if I'm gonna like this Illinois team. I don't know if I'm gonna like this Illinois team for a while. We talked about it during the preview, the Big Ten preview. The cupboards are dry. The recruiting was trash.
0-3 at home last year, and 1-2 against the spread.
And boy, does Nebraska need to make a statement. So the recipe is there. We're gonna start the season the way we finished last year, which is very chalky. Nebraska is the play.
Big red.
Illinois.
The only thing that's scary about me on taking Nebraska laying 7, again, I'm going to support friend of the show, Larry the Cable Guy. But man, the thing that's scary about me is, or about this game,
thing that's scary about
there are some scary things about me. The public is all over these favorites this week. We're gonna have to find some dog spots because. Even the Nebraska game, Ryan, I don't know if you can pull up the money split.
I did.
Stuff I was seeing. What are you seeing percentage wise? Because who's betting on Illinois right now? And they were 0-3, like I said, at home, 1-2 against the spread. Very thin program. They do have running back Chase Brown coming back. That's kind of a rare bright spot for them.
So greater than expected volume at this point, probably because it's the first slate of games, the first game to kick on week 0. The tickets are. The data I'm seeing says Illinois is getting 59% of the tickets.
What?
And 73% of the money.
Okay, well then I'm all in on Nebraska. That sounds like a drop right there. What?
We didn't even plan this. Like we didn't do the pre-prep for we skipped the pre-prep for this show, but we didn't talk about how I was going to throw it to my fade the public early in the season. I think Nebraska is going to be faded because of the public narrative that he got in trouble. If any, I guarantee if you ask 10 people who know who Scott Frost is and that is getting in trouble, I bet you only one of those people will know why. And if they found out why, they'd be like, "Oh, that's actually kind of cool." The kids probably appreciate the fact that he was trying to facilitate football. Maybe the program players are still in
to fighting the good fight against the war.
After all, what else do we have? What else is going on in Nebraska?
Then also the fact of Brett Bielema's first ever game, he's a run heavy coach. So they're kind of switching styles. I mean, not that they were a prolific offense a season ago passing the ball.
They need some recruiting classes. And, he is going to bring the all rise culture to Champaign. I do believe in that, but it's not going to happen.
It's going to take a while to start. And I think Kramer, you nailed it. Or at least to me, the biggest point is this is kind of it's obviously not a must win, but almost, right? Because if this Nebraska program gets off to a slow start, that seat is super hot for Scott Frost. This is kind of a shit or get off the pot year for Nebraska, and losing on the road at Illinois, a team again didn't win a home game last year, would be a horrific start. So maybe the pressure gets to them, but I'm going to take Nebraska.
Yeah, they have essentially three games before Oklahoma. And so Scott Frost has to know that if things are going horribly after that Oklahoma game and they've just been blown out, who knows what can happen then?
Colby, any case for Illinois +7?
No. They're honoring the 20-year anniversary of the Rose Bowl with Brandon Lloyd and Kurt Kittner coming back. But no, I like.
Why do you know
the Nebraska angle? And I think guys, Nebraska, even like their last 12 losses over the past 2 years, 7 of those have been by a score or less. I think this team's closer to turning that corner than people realize. Adrian Martinez is back.
He's been there for what, 10 years?
Yeah, I feel like he's been there 10 years. And give me big red -7.
Okay,
go.
Feels
big
right to be
red.
picking Nebraska college football.
Yeah, load up on Nebraska week 1. UConn heads to beautiful Fresno, California, and these are all August 28th kickoff here.
The national champs?
Yeah.
The New York Times national champs?
Yeah. Wait, who did they give it to? UConn for not playing, right? Yeah. So they're going to be, is this a banner ceremony for them? I almost forgot about that because I started doing some research and I go, why can't I find the UConn stats? And I forgot that they were national champs, so much so that they didn't register. Well, and again, we all remember the masquerade they built for the college players. Sidebar: UConn catching 27.5, coming off their championship season at beautiful Fresno. Fresno State laying 27.5 at home. Total 62.5. Money line. If you did, coming off the national championship and 18-1 Money line. UConn not even good against the spread, really. 7-13 against the spread last 20, not including their championship run last year where they were 0-0. But Fresno State has been a strong week 1 team, 4-1 against the spread week 1. UConn on the other side, 1-6 week 1 against the spread last 7. They're coming from the East Coast to the West Coast. God, how 27.5 is a massive number, but can you bet on UConn?
I mean,
they're fresh.
What 18-month layoff?
Is that good or bad for football?
Well, look, I'll tell you this. Let me build the case for why the national champs are going to hit the road and come into Fresno. And
Fresno's pretty bad.
No, I think they're solid. I think Fresno was breaking in a new coach during COVID. They went 3-3, but it's tough last year for all the brand new coaches. I feel like not getting spring ball, especially in Fresno. They couldn't even practice.
Yeah.
Like Northern California, those teams got really burned.
Yeah, no,
like more so than a lot of other teams in the Mountain West. But UConn, Randy Edsall was at UConn before. And year 4, year 5, he really turned the corner. Right now, I don't know if we count last season or not, but it would be year 4 to year 5. And he turned the corner and had a 9-win season at UConn the first time. I think there's something to it. Give me the Huskies and the points. The defending national champs hit the road to go to Fresno and cover this. I think they're going to be in this game for a little bit.
What the hell? I mean, you're not surprisingly showing the public all over Fresno State.
Yeah. This is maybe where we got to zag and fade the public, right?
You just don't know. I mean,
27.5 is a massive number. And again, I laid out a case. UConn not good against the spread. What am I doing? UConn's horrible against the spread week 1. I'm not going to give out that stat and then go against it. Fuck the public. Except in this case, I'm going to ride with them. Give me Fresno State lane 27.5. Kramer?
Yeah, no, I'm going to take UConn with Colby here. I think that's a lot of points to get week 1 against the Fresno State team that, maybe they have fewer question marks, but you're crazy, Sean. You're crazy.
I mean, the Bulldogs are normally a pretty solid team, especially against some of these weaker competition.
You have no idea what UConn's going to be. And they didn't play football.
If you remember, the UConn, they won the national championship last year. The year prior, they did beat UMass by 21 points.
Well, UMass is an auto.
That was in UMass though, right?
That was in UMass.
Yeah. So now you're on the West Coast, Fresno State. You're coming from that Connecticut air. Once you come to that Fresno air, it's a different kind of air. Well, cardio's not going to be able to match it.
Is this game threatened by the five? Man, we'll see.
No, it's I was going with the cow methane. That Fresno actually quietly has pretty bad air quality. So
just from the cow shit.
Yeah, exactly. And not necessarily all the.
You think the UConn won't be used to the cow shit in the air?
Yeah. That is my angle. The cardio, they're going to be gassed late.
The last football season we had, guys, UConn kept it within 1 score against Illinois.
So I'm going to nominate this as the game where I go, God damn it, I forgot. I'm smarter than Colby.
Yes.
Why did I listen to him?
Lock that up.
Look, when's the last time week 1 or week 0 that you fade the national champs?
That's true. Right? That's true.
This is the year.
Is the banner going up?
They will have some sort of banner ceremony. All right, let's move over and talk PrizePicks. Make sure you head over to PrizePicks.com. Promo code SGP, 100% deposit match up to $100. Awesome part about PrizePicks is, again, daily fantasy app, but they do have college football, including college football futures. So it being week 0. Now a lot of these don't kick off to week 1, so we'll probably give out some more. You can, you select a few different over unders on these player stat lines, combine them, get a little cash going. Colby, give me a 3-player prop here.
I'm gonna start off with Kyren Williams. Look, Notre Dame loses 4 or 5 offensive linemen. They want you to panic. They're a factory. They're a factory. Kyren Williams over 1,000 yards. Come on. Look, they don't even have back-to-back away games. They're probably not even gonna end up playing a top 10 team by the end of the season. Give me that all day. And I'm also going to take Isaiah Spiller. We hit on at Texas A&M not playing at a college camp, only one college campus by the time November 13th comes around. Isaiah Spiller, that offensive line is reloading as well, but still, it's A&M. They're playing like New Mexico State, who's new to the SEC.
That is true. They are in the SEC.
Isaiah Spiller over 1,000 yards. Those are the two backs. And then I'm going to take you to the passing touchdown side of this, where we have a ticket for Matt Corral, but I'm actually going to surprise you here. Emory Jones, Florida, 16 and a half passing touchdowns. This is Dan Mullen. Come on. It doesn't matter who he puts back there.
Someone's getting the touchdown.
Yes. They're over 16 and a half touchdowns. Done deal. Emory Jones.
Colby just fired off there.
Kramer, what do you got?
Right, so we earlier this season we decided Colby's really been crushing it, so we wanted to give him a little performance bonus in the form of 3 future tickets on the Heisman. So in honor of that, and in honor of Colby finishing the 130 plus previews, we're gonna start with Spencer Rattler, over 3,300 passing yards. I know the defense is better, but just look at the guys who have won the Heisman in their year with this offense. They go north of this number. I think Rattler in year 2 with the prep goes way north of this number. I'm by the way, I'm bringing it hot here. College football all over, Sean. Not fucking around with unders. Next one, Sam Howell. We like him to have the opportunity to put up the numbers to get the Heisman, over 3,650 yards. He's going to have some 500-yard games. He's 100% going to have some 500 yards games. So I think this is going to be a silly looking number in the last one. Matty Corral down there, Ole Miss. They just sling the rock left and right. 3,550 yards.
Hotty toddy.
Again, how many games do they play, Colby?
12.
12. Okay. So basically, can he average 300 yards a game?
100%. In that
It's
offense, yes.
So all of these numbers, it just feels like, can they throw for 300? Can each one of these players throw for 300 a game? Yes.
Yeah, but watch out when Oklahoma plays like Kansas State. They seem to somehow upset them every year.
I mean, the concern would be the defense. Like maybe they play slower football. It's just Pac-12 or Big 12 high school offenses.
Kramer, my 3. Sam Howell over. I'm with you guys, and we're all in on him. So over 3,650 passing yards.
Were you watching him? Did he copy us?
Yeah.
De'Aaron King, who we haven't talked about, under 2,800 passing yards. This is just. I don't believe that he's 100% or that he's not going to miss a beat. And
when did
I don't think it's factored in enough.
Late December.
And he's just going to be healthy.
I'm whether it's Joe Burrow or De'Aaron King. If you tore your ACL in December at the end of the season, it was December 31st. Like, come on, you don't come back from an ACL injury and be 100%. And maybe they even, I know they claim they're going to be starting in week 1, right, Colby?
Yeah, that's been reported. So we'll see. But why do that to yourself? You're going to lose either way.
Give him a month, let him ease into the season. Yeah, come on, doesn't make any sense. And then this is just a fade of USC in general. I don't think they're quite as good as everyone else. 30 passing touchdowns for Slovis. I'm going under there, and maybe they get it in the running game, but I don't know. I don't see him balling out. I'm much higher than some of these other quarterbacks, even in the Pac-12.
When I hear the
give
name,
me the under
Slovis, I just think of Beavis. It's just those words are connected. All right,
Slovis.
I kind of like this platform, by the way.
Yeah, no, I'm
unsolicited.
That was not part of the ad read. That was just Kramer's unendorsed opinion. We'll get back to the games. Before we do, Picks Wise, #1 home of free sports betting picks, props, and parlays, helmed by a team of trend watching, data devouring sports fanatics, giving you the who, how, and why behind every prediction for every game, every day, and every sport, all for free. Visit pickswise.com to make your next bet better. Pickswise backs responsible gambling. If you or someone you know wants help, give them a ring. 1-800-GAMBLER. Back to the games. Week 0, Hawaii playing right down the street at UCLA. We will be going to the UCLA game week 1 versus LSU at home here in the Rose Bowl. But week 0, is this a look ahead spot for UCLA? They're laying 17. Hawaii comes in as a plus 550 dog, sitting at 70.5. I'm taking the Rainbow Warriors here, catching 17. Chip Kelly's UCLA team, because they've had issues with defense, and I'm with Colby overall that UCLA is going to surprise some people, going to be better than expected, but they still have issues with defense. And he's only had Chip Kelly only 2 wins or more of 17 points in the Chip Kelly UCLA year. Now, some of that's skewed a little bit because they only played Pac-12 teams last year, but I still think this is an easy spot to overlook a Hawaii team that's not horrible on the road. So I'll take Hawaii catching the big number. Colby, are you with me? Or you all in on the Bruins?
I'm on the Bruins here. Look, last year Hawaii came to LA. They played at Dignity Health Sports Park, one of the greatest places to.
Now that's a stadium
to catch a game, and they lost by 24 to San Diego State. Hawaii is great on the island. When they go away, is where I worry about them.
I guess mass just 17 feels a little high for me.
I mean, that to your credit, Chevan Cordeiro, that quarterback that Todd Graham had, was a freshman last year. He's only going to get better. But I just think UCLA, from an experience point, I think this is the year that Chip Kelly turns that corner. Give me the Bruins. I think at halftime you're going to be believing, oh man, Hawaii's only down 10. We got this.
I was going to say, Sean, did you forget they're returning almost all their starters?
Most of any Power 5 school in the country.
10 on offense.
I know Chip Kelly. That's what I know. That's what the Chip Kelly knowledge is what I'm bringing into this.
Okay. I mean, I guess this is the smart side of the table, huh?
And let me guess, the public's all over Hawaii, Ryan?
The public, I would say my analysis would be the money is split closer to 50-50.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That's surprising. I bet the public's going to be all over UCLA.
Maybe they also feel the same way about Chip Kelly. I mean,
there is a strong. I'm not the only one who hates Chip Kelly. You ask around, there are a lot of people out there that hate them some Chip Kelly. UTEP heads to Las Cruces, New Mexico, square off against New Mexico State. Mexico State.
The Battle of I-10, Sean.
Yeah, look out.
Yeah.
New Mexico State 9-point home dog plus 270 on the money line. New Mexico State did play in the spring. Unfortunately for them, played a couple games, didn't look good. They're, like you mentioned, Colby, New Mexico State is joining the SEC coming up here. Before they do, though, what do you think of them as a home dog against UTEP?
I like it. I mean, look, I don't like it, but I like it. All right, no, New Mexico State, their team's a mess.
Ugly dog.
Everyone transferred out. I mean, they literally have like one returning starter, which is a very unique scenario because they couldn't practice. Everyone left last year because of the governor's orders and just a disastrous thing. But I do believe that Doug Martin's not a horrible head coach. UTEP, Dana Dimmel, in a big year for him. If he doesn't win this year, he's going to be fired. They just didn't pass the eye test last year. They beat Abilene Christian 17-13. They beat.
How do you?
They beat Stephen F. Austin 24-14, and that score was even closer than what that shows.
This FCS knowledge is unparalleled.
So I am going to take Doug Martin to getting 9 points in Las Cruces, Battle of I-10 rivalry game. In rivalry games, you take the points, guys. You take the points.
But Colby, you also told us repeatedly how bad New Mexico State is.
They are bad. Both these teams are bad.
But UTEP is not to the point where they should be a 9 or even there's some 9.5s out there. Road favorite. That is crazy. And again, New Mexico, sneaky elevation. So maybe these UTEP Miners not quite in complete shape. So they're coming in. Odds Shark has it 15.3 to 12.0. New Mexico State gets the cover.
That's horrible.
I'm with Colby. I think New Mexico State rivalry home dog. That's right up my wheelhouse.
So just Colby and I are on the same page over here. Just like what's that movie where you gotta swing the sword at the same time inside the big robot?
That's a Coach Leach book.
Yeah.
All right.
Swing your sword.
El Paso 3,700 feet. Las Cruces 3,900 feet.
So that's a 200-foot elevation jump. I forgot El Paso had also sneaky elevation.
Yeah, I mean, look, you guys.
They're going to be gassed at 3,900, Ryan. 3,700 is completely different.
Where are the players coming from that are going to make this New Mexico State team
They got
better?
a Ole Miss transfer on the O line. I'm really excited about that one.
It is the chalkiest of plays. I mean, you know what? my instincts tell me to follow the money. I'll take New Mexico State. Only getting 13% of the money, Sean.
Doug Martin has just a couple years ago. He took New Mexico State to a bowl game. He's a proven good coach.
Ride or die. We're on the same sides of everything.
Wow. I'm already feeling good about my position. Fading 2 of your games.
Nice.
You guys are going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 4-0. That's my prediction. That's my lock. We do have a couple other games.
It's a team game, bro.
We do have a couple other games on the board here. Southern Utah, San Jose State. Colby, what are your thoughts here? Line's not out.
Well, San Jose State was undefeated in the regular season, won the Mountain West last year. They lost the bowl game, but they had like 30 players out, including their coordinators.
I was scouting Southern Utah earlier in the summer.
The Thunderbirds. Right? Great nickname. I'm on San Jose State to roll big there.
Honestly,
I'm wondering what that line will be.
Yeah, what are we predicting the line's going to be? Like
I would
17?
assume. I was even thinking like 25, something like that.
My power rating has it at 24.5.
But Brent Brennan, look, Nick Starkel's back in year 35 at San Jose State. That their running back Tyler Nevins is a physical team. I think they could win the Mountain West again, so I'm excited to watch that one. What do you think, buddy? Thunderbirds?
No, I mean, I told you, I was in Utah. I saw the Southern Utah football team, or a team practicing on a field near the Southern Utah campus. It could have just been a random high school. I have no idea. It was one of the worst football teams I've ever seen in my life. So I mean, my note was where we're going to fade Southern Utah if there's an opportunity. They're FCS, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, God bless week 0 because now we get to fade. So hopefully these cowards put up a number so we can come out.
Yeah, come on. Well, you got 3 lines. They need to drop this. Come on now, Vegas.
San Jose State. Yeah, they're a solid team, especially at home. And
how late in the season were they undefeated last year?
Until the bowl game. Yeah. So I think you take the Spartans, lay the points, unless it's like at 42 or something.
I play numbers, not teams, Colby. So I am going to
trust me, Sean.
I'm going to wait until I can get an official play here.
You don't want to take Southern Utah.
Follow me on my San Jose State. I mean, quietly dominant against the spread last year, 6-1-1.
Well, they won all their games by double digits, I believe. Yeah.
No, I'm pulling up because I want to see. I feel like they're really good against the spread at home as well. I'm going to try and pull what they are.
Colby snuck a bunch of games on the list here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Most people are like, "Oh wow, 4 games, week 0. How gracious."
No.
Colby's
7.
like, "No, there's 7. There's 7 fucking
Get it
games.
right.
17-2-2 since 2015 against the spread as a home team. So I feel like they have some big numbers in there too. So I'm definitely going to be leaning San Jose State. What about Indiana State at home against Eastern Illinois? I know the FCS line's been blowing up. People are asking about it.
Hey, it's still available. Call me on the FCS line. Eastern Illinois, Tony Romo went there, Sean. So it's an automatic
fade.
Take the Sycamores in Indiana State.
Larry Bird, are you going to be at the game?
Larry Joe Bird will be at the game. Okay. And look, I think even though Indiana State punted on the season last year, which pissed me off, I think we got to take him in this spot.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. No one's watching this game. We just let Colby put this on the list.
I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it, buddy.
Colby, you don't have to cover the FCS this year.
No. That I do.
Will there be an FCS preview?
Goddamn right there will be, buddy. All right.
130 team previews and still time for an FCS preview. Yeah, obviously we should fade Tony Romo's alma mater.
Yes. And in related news, what was this? Indiana State also won against Eastern Illinois in soccer, women's soccer. So already setting the precedent, already in their
That's a
heads.
strong trend.
That is actually the first thing when you Google Eastern Illinois and Indiana State. Not a preview for the football game, a recap from the dominant program they have there at Indiana State. Auto fade Romo. Last one. Again, still no line, but it's at a neutral site.
It's the MEAX SWAC challenge in Atlanta.
This is watchable. This is where they.
This is fun. Alcorn State, alma mater of
Steve McNair, right?
Steve McNair.
Yeah. Great. And North Carolina Central, they've put some pros in out there as well. It's a good one. It's a good one here going on at the what is this? The Center Park Credit Union Stadium.
Wow. Colby's prepared.
Give me Alcorn State. Get it done. All right. This is must watch TV, guys. This is must watch.
I don't want to pick a winner. I just want to draw people's attention to we need to look a little deeper into what happened to Steve McNair.
That's a really good.
If you listen
podcast
to that podcast and you're like, oh yeah, cool, open and shut case. You're insane. He was the quarterback of the Tennessee Titans.
Shit got crazy, Ryan.
That's my pick on this game. Go listen to that podcast.
I'm gonna go Alcorn State here. They have the pedigree. I mean, not the dog North Carolina Central, but I'm an Alcorn State man. And
all right, I'll join you guys.
All right, let's make it lock it up. Trifecta. Kramer, let's hear about the beautiful game.
Well, Sean, give me some music, Sean, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The summer of soccer continues on Paramount Plus. Stream over 2,000 soccer matches a year from around the world. That's all the heart-pounding drama from CBS Sports, including UEFA Champions League, Europa League, Italy's Serie A, Argentina's Primera División, the Brasileiro, NWSL, the Asian Football Confederation, and the CONCACAF qualifiers, featuring the stars from the U.S. and Mexican men's national teams, plus much more. It's the best of the beautiful game with all the beautiful names like Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo, Rapinoe, and Pulisic. Be part of the excitement as champions are crowned and history is made. The world's game lives here on Paramount Plus. Visit ParamountPlus.com, start your free trial, and stream every match live.
Mbappe. Wasn't that a song by Hanson?
No, yeah. Bop. Those girls rocked. Let's give out a lock dog. I mean, I don't think we can give out a tease.
Why not? Let's do this.
A 3-team tease on 4 games. Okay.
Why
right.
not? Live a little,
Colby,
Sean.
Colby, we'll let you kick things off.
All right, lock up the Nebraska Cornhuskers -7.
You're such a sucker for Frost.
And the dog here, dude. It's tempting to grab that ridiculous UConn plus 1800.
Do it.
But
18-1 on a single football game. Are you kidding me?
But it's clearly New Mexico State, man. Give me the Aggies. They have that awesome mascot that has the 2 pistols. So
they didn't look like a team that was ready to win a football game, dude.
Give me New Mexico State as a live dog in Las Cruces. It's going to be crazy there. And the tease. Oh, this is seriously easy cash. Easy cash.
Oh,
all right.
No. Colby's not good at teasing. So this is scary.
You knock UConn up to what is that? 33.5, right?
Got to do. Dantabase has to crunch some big numbers here.
You can't tease that.
Then you're taking Nebraska down to 1.
Okay.
And then
a lot of key numbers.
Then you're taking New Mexico State up to 16. There's no way UTEP wins by 17.
I got a stone cold lock for you. Tease New Mexico State up to 16.
I know I'm going against his tease.
Lock.
All right. What's your lock, Kramer?
17 with UCLA. Dog. Sean,
take the 1800.
Someone's got to do it.
National champion.
Listen, if we want to build our bankrolls together like men, we're gonna do so with an 18-1 dog.
Just one dog
coming from the Northeast after not playing football / winning the national championship last year. Yeah, that's an easy one.
I could see this being a game. Dude. It's not that crazy.
And do you want to give out a tease, Ryan?
I don't not want to give out a tease. So why don't we say Nebraska -1, UCLA -11, and oh shit, which horrible game do we tease up, Sean? You know what? I'm gonna go with the hot tip over here. Tease New Mexico State up to 16. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, first off, Colby's math, because 9 + 6 is 15. So you guys can't get a 7-point tease in there. That's step 1. This is a good preseason. Getting us ready for week 1.
You know what I mean?
What am I gonna lock up? Yeah,
that works.
Nebraska -7 for the lock.
That going the other way there.
Dog is +550. Hawaii. Chip Kelly finds a way to fuck this up, but they're gonna be ready for the LSU win. That's my angle for my tease. Nebraska to 1.
It's really like it becomes Sophie's choice. You have
Fresno State minus 21.5.
Oh, horrible! You didn't even get past that key number of 21.
You're getting silly.
Hawaii plus 23. Let's go, baby.
Wait, are we not doing bonus locks this year?
No,
Yeah,
no
bonus locks. Alcorn State.
Bonus locks start week 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
All right, that felt good. That was a nice ease into the college football season. And man, we got a ton of college football action. If you want more, obviously check out the College Football Experience. Download the SGPN app for your chance to win $100,000 NFL Week 1. Leave us a nice rating and review. We're giving you a shot to win $100,000 for free. You can't take 2 seconds and write a review. Come on, and you might win merch doing that. Also, if you're going to be in the UCLA, Los Angeles area, Week 1, LSU tailgate is happening. LFG.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Sean, we just picked some college football.
Crin, let it